What's going on everybody, this is Kart and welcome to a new captivating video. I've just started my journey here, so for the newcomers, Primal VFX is the place where we learn about visual effects, CG and much more. Have you always wanted to discover how to recreate the amazing look of energy drinks commercials? So today we will discover together how to recreate the look of it. We will create some sweet water droplets and condensation inside Maya with the mighty Arnold render. So get relaxed, grab a coffee or a cup of tea and let's roll the intro.
So here we are guys inside Maya. First off, for our energy drink commercial, we need of course a 3D model of the drink can. So I retrieved from my 3D model archive this really nice asset. Everything is clean with the proper hierarchy and UVs. Let's make right now a UV snapshot of the UVs in 4K and PNG format for later on. Okay, now let's build the studio for the look development and lighting. To model the backdrop, create a plane, then extrude the edge and bevel the edge to make a smooth corner. Now we can create our first light, the overhead one. Let's adjust the settings as usual. Okay, now we can duplicate it to make the second light on the left. Scale it a bit to match the height of the studio. Then create another duplicate on the right. Okay, then after importing our 3D model, let's make some quick adjustments. Let's clean up a bit the hierarchy in the outline. Okay, now it's time to create our camera, adjusting a bit the framing here. Now we can create our base shaders for the scene. First one, the backdrop. Then the drink can itself. Let's make a preview with the IPR of Arnold if everything is working fine. Okay, really too overexposed. Let's lower the exposure value of the lights. Much better. Small tweaks here and there. Now I will adjust a bit the backdrop as the angle is not enough smooth for my taste. Nice. Let's now add an HDRI to the scene. Really looking great for the base. What do you think? Okay guys, now it's time to design our energy drink can graphics inside Illustrator. I've just opened Primal VFX brand identity. Let's copy the logo type and the logo icon. I'm creating some base text, switching font to match the brand identity. Let's lay out something cool and interesting. It's all about feeling your design right. Okay, sweet. Let's switch now over Photoshop. I just added the UV snapshot that I've made early on in Maya. Copy and paste our design from Illustrator. Boom, done. Now that we have our albedo map, let's create our roughness map. Now I'm just adding a small pattern to make the icon pop a bit more. Now we are back into Maya. I'm adding the two maps created before by plugging them into the main shader. Tweaking a bit the value of the roughness with an high range node. Okay, nice. Adjusting the metal shader a bit. Okay, let's change the color of the right light to something red to make the scene a bit more interesting. I now do the same thing with the left light, but this time it will be fill with a blue tone. Few adjustments now. Time to darken the backdrop a bit. I'm adding a roughness map to break a bit the uniformness of it and make it more interesting. All about feeling it right with some details and adjustments. I'm adding another extra light now to make a bit brighter the backdrop behind the drink can. Okay, then I'm adding a brush effect for the metal. To do so, I'm using a simple normal map. Be really subtle with a bump depth. Okay, sweet. Now let's refine a bit the composition of the scene. I'm duplicating the can. Much better. Really nice. What do you think? Now the real trick of this video. We will see how to make water droplets and condensation. This will blow your mind. The first thing to do is to duplicate 3 times your main group of the can. The first one will be our main can. The second one our clipping geo. The third one will be our droplets overlay. Now create a new shader in the Hypershade, named AI Clip Geo. It will work as a mask like a Boolean operation on your geo. A clipping shape clips geometry from any shape that intersects with it. So apply the AI Clip Geo shader to the second group. Then you need to define a name for the trace set. Like this, Arnold will know what geo must be masked. Let's put a name like Clip It. Okay, then get back to the first group, and on every geo contained in the group, go to the Shape tab in the Attribute Editor and insert our Clip It name into the trace set input. Okay, done. Now let's increase our surface subdivision on every geometries in the third group, the one for the droplets. As we will use displacement, we need a bit more tessellation to work correctly. Okay, good. Now let's create a new Arnold shader for our droplets. For the displacement, let's create an AI Noise node and connect it to the displacement input. Toggle off Auto Bump and make the scalar 0 value to 0.5. Now back to our AI Noise, set the color 1 and 2 to 0.5. But remember to disable the color management before, to have raw value. Then apply the droplet shader onto the relative group. Now let's tweak a bit the value of our noise node. Nice, we begin to see something interesting. For the droplets, I want a smaller and more elongated shape. To do so, I just decrease a bit the value, especially on the Y scale. Little tweaks again. Okay, really nice. Now we just have to make our shader like water. We can select quickly the glass preset provided by Arnold and adjust a bit the roughness value. Really nice. What do you think? Now for the end, just redo exactly the same process for the second can on the floor. What do you think about that? This is a really cool way of doing water droplets.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, you know what to do. Subscribe to my channel for more awesomeness. And I see you guys in the next video.